Hello, good morning everyone students. Here I am going to start with history, first lesson, that is the Indian subcontinent and history. In the first lesson, the basic information from the Indian subcontinent and history we are going to cover. You might be think that first I would like to explain you the name of the lesson, the Indian subcontinent. What is mean by Indian subcontinent? Whatever regions, whatever specific locations, geographical conditions in our country that we are going to study. In which geographical conditions and the course of history, behalf of the geographical location, what happened into that geographical place into the history, and in India how this geographical invention happened. So this information we are going to take in this lesson. And of course Indian subcontinent means there is a whole India. However, how this our whole Indian subcontinent has been divided into North India, South India, East India, West India, and some other parts. So this information we are going to take from the geographical perspective and also the history. Means if you might be think that in the history how there is included in the geography, but every subject, especially history and geography, is interconnected to each other, interdependent to each other. While we are studying history, we have to take information about the geographical location also, because when we got the geographical location, then we move for the history of that geographical location. So first information we are going to take about this geographical condition and the course of history. Second, we are going to take information in the lesson geographical features of India. What kind of geographical features we have in our country? So this information, geographical features means main characteristics of our geographical subcontinent. And of course the last point from this lesson is the Indian subcontinent. कि इंडियन सब कॉन्टिनेंट में जैसे इन इंडियन सब कॉन्टिनेंट वी हैड डिवाइडेड दिस Indian subcontinent, we got various countries in our neighboring, correct? बहुत सारे countries हमारे neighboring में हैं. So this information in India's neighboring countries from the Indian subcontinent, this information also we are going to take. So I would like to start with the first point, geographical conditions and history. See in the picture there is some houses given, and there is a different types of houses. In the fifth standard we saw at some length that there is a close relationship the man and his environment. In the fifth standard only we had taken the information about the relationship between the man and his environment. We saw the changes in the lifestyle of the early man and his technology were related to the changes in his surrounding, correct? So in the fifth standard only, in the man and the environment, they have very close relationship. If you go in the past, you if we are moved to the past incidents in the ancient times, history is divided into three major parts. Which parts they are? Asian period, Asian part, medieval part, and of course the modern part, correct? So in the Asian parts, man is totally depend on the nature thing, correct? Whatever man getting from the nature, only behalf of that thing man has to be exist in the life. We saw how these changes in the lifestyle of the early man and his technology were related to the changes in his surrounding. हम ये देख सकते हैं, we can see that how this changes has been taken place in the society, because from the ancient times till the today there are some changes happen, correct? Means ancient time में वैसा था, अभी आज नहीं है. So definitely that changes has been taken place in somewhat manner. We also reviewed the history of human civilization from the Stone Age to the agriculture civilization that flourished on the banks of rivers. So we had also review that the history of human civilization from the Stone Age period, there was a development of Homo sapien, the first person, and today's human being. So of course there is some difference happen, there is some transformation happen in the human's life, means flourished on the banks of rivers, एक रिवर के ऊपर जो हमारा कल्चर डेवलप्ड हुआ है, and also the civilization of this agriculture, this change also has been taken. So of course these all factors are matter for the geographical conditions of our country. History coherent account of the significant past events in the progress of human culture. Time, place, society, individual are the four major pillars of history. So they are saying that this time is very important, because when we are studying the history, we have to be, when we are study history, we have to understand the in what history we had taken this information, time of that history. So in which period these things has been taken place. So time, information of the time is very important from the historical perspective. If we didn't get the time, if we didn't get the time from the particular researcher, then there is no needful for, no useful of that information whatever we are getting. So information is also important, and when that incidence, when that particular incidence has been taken place, that time is also important. After that, place, हिस्ट्री में, इन हिस्ट्री प्लेस इज ऑल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट, कि वो इंसिडेंस कहाँ पे हुआ है, जैसे टाइम इम्पोर्टेंट है, वो इंसिडेंस कौन से टाइम पे हुआ है, एज लाइक दैट एज ओनली प्लेस इज ऑल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट, इन विच प्लेस दैट इंसिडेंस हैज बीन हैपन. So this is important. Society, human beings, individual can't make society, individual कोई society नहीं बना सकता. There is a need to be, if we want to develop ourselves, we have to live in society. And individual thoughts. So these are the four major pillars of history. We cannot write history without them. These are the major pillars of our history, and we can't write history without them. Of these four components, place is related to geography. ये जो whatever four components, four major pillars, we had taken the information in that this geography, this place is very important, and place is related to geography, whatever we are going to take information in this lesson. Geographical condition, in the sense history and geography are inseparable, मीन्स इन द सेंस अगर हम बोलेंगे तो ये जो हिस्ट्री एंड ज्योग्राफी है, दिस बोथ पार्ट्स आर इनसेपरेबल. वी कांट मेक दैट पार्ट इनटू सेपरेट फ्रॉम each other. They are interconnected to each other. History is influenced by geographical condition in many ways. Of course, when we are taking the information about some place, we have to take geography. It is some of the part included of geography. So history is influenced by somewhat geographical conditions. After that, our diet, cloth, housing, occupation, in fact, all human life in any region depends to a large extent on its geographical characteristics. We in different kind of region, we have a different kinds of diet. Diet means food habits, clothing, हमारा कपड़े पहनने का, whatever we are wearing, housing, हमारा जो house structure होता है, of course our occupation. In fact, all human beings life in any region depend to a large extent on its geographical characteristics. हमारा जो life होता है, that in our life, that is totally depend on the geographical location where we are living. See, South Indian people, they are mostly eaten rice, correct? So the food habit, this diet is depend on the geographical location also. Clothing, what we are clothing, so that is also depend. If there is a Iceland, so definitely people will wear a warm clothes. So depend on the region, depend on the geographical location where you are belonging from. For example, the life of the people in hilly regions is more strenuous than that of the people on the plains. जो हिली रीजन में, वॉट एवर पीपल लिविंग इन द हिली रीजन्स, देयर लाइफ इज मोर strenuous. Strenuous means more, what we can say, strenuous for that, strenuous than the that of the people on the plains. जो plains area में रहते हैं उनकी life हिली रीजन में, हिली रीजन के लोगों में से ज़्यादा मतलब अच्छी रहती है, या फिर कोई चैलेंज नहीं होता. बट इफ पीपल आर लिविंग इन हिली रीजन, दे हैव टू फेस most of the issues. Strenuous means most of the problems, issues they are facing. Not much fertile land is available in the hilly region, while in the plains it is available on a large scale. Here is a comparison between hill area and plain area. So in hilly areas there is no fertile land. Fertile land means useful for the agriculture, useful land for the agriculture. We can easily sow the seeds in that land, and we will get the result also. So fertile land means useful for the agriculture. In the plains area we easily got that land on very large scale. That is why grains and vegetables are scarce in hilly areas. So ये वजह होती है कि scarce means बहुत रेयर होते हैं, कि हिली एरिया में हमें grains and vegetables नहीं मिल सकते. In comparison, people on the plains grade them in a sufficient measure. Naturally, this has an impact on the diet of the people. ये बेसिकली लोगों के डाइट के ऊपर बिलोंग करता है. एवरीवेयर बिकॉज ऑफ द जोग्राफिकल लोकेशन, वॉट एवर लैंड दे हैव टू सॉ द सीड्स बिहाफ ऑफ दैट लैंड, कि वो लैंड के लिए, फर्टाइल लैंड किसके लिए यूजफुल है, तो उस तरह से हम लोग हमारे सीड्स वहाँ पे लगाएंगे. एंड in that seeds only our food habits has been changed. In comparison, people on the plains get them in a sufficient measure. Naturally, this has an impact on the diet of the people. Of course, this geographical location impact on this diet of the people, whatever they eat. In hilly regions, people depend more on hunting or gathering for their food. In hilly regions, because they don't have a fertile land, so that's why they are using the way for food to hunting of some animal and gathering for their food. We also find other such differences in the lifestyle of the people of the hilly regions and those of the plains. So they are telling us differences about the because of the geographical locations, how there are differences within the people, those who are existing in the particular geographical location. Okay, so this information we have covered today. Tomorrow we will move for the geographical features of India. Okay, if you have any problem, please let me know. Thank you everyone.